Alright, what is going on YouTube? It is Mr. D, and tonight we're going to be doing a comic book video. So tonight we have an AOK from Quizix. We have contest winnings from Alfred83, 300 subscriber contest. And we have some books I picked up from the LCS and VinCrew 12,000's YouTube auction that he had. So before we get started tonight, I want to do a few shout outs. First, I do want to give a shout out to Quizix for this AOK. I want to do a shout out to Alfred83 for his awesome 300 subscriber contest. I also want to do a shout out to the 88 Jester, who I was actually just text messaging back and forth with before I did this video. And then I also want to do a quick shout out to your buddy Geo, who I was just Facebook messaging with. So if you don't know who any of these guys are, I will leave links to all their channels below. Make sure you go and check them out, because they are all awesome YouTubers, all super awesome guys. So make sure you go check them out. Quizix, Alfred83, 88 Jester, and your buddy Geo. So to get started, I'm going to show you this small AOK that I got from Quizix. This started because he had done a video where he showed off Black Panther 2, first appearance of Shuri. And I have had a hard time tracking this book down. He had found like 3 copies, and he got them all for like $2. So I reached out to him and asked him if I could buy a copy from him. He said, "That's cool, dude, I'll just send you one." And he sent me some additional books besides for this Black Panther. Now, I wasn't aware of it at the time, but Quizix is from Canada. So he got stuck paying some pretty decent shipping on getting these books to me. So one, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. And two, now that I see how much you got stuck paying for shipping, you are definitely going to be getting something back in return from me. So shout out to you, Quizix. Sent me a little note. Won't get into all the details on that. But really awesome guy, really awesome guy. So, this is the book that I reached out to him for. And it's a beautiful copy of Black Panther #2. Like I said, this is what CGC labels as the first appearance. Though if you look it up, there's like a Marvel Masterworks, I don't know what the number is, that also is listed as her first appearance. So there's a little discrepancy there on the first appearance, but CGC has this labeled as her first appearance. So, and of course he sends it in Mylar. Very nice. He also sent me Harley and Ivy Meet Betty and Veronica #1, Adam Hughes. I did actually have a copy of this, but all my copies I ordered from Midtown all came with a nice big huge crease in the corner. So this is actually an upgrade for me. So really appreciate that. Very cool. He also sent me Warlords of Mars #3. I don't have any Warlords of Mars, so this was actually really cool that he sent me this. And so I don't know if this is a variant or if this is just a standard cover, but it's a beautiful J. Scott Campbell. I'm a J. Scott Campbell fan here, so I said very cool. Didn't have this one, so thank you. And then he also sent me Thundercats #0. Also another J. Scott Campbell. I've seen this on a couple people's videos. I have not been able to find this book in the wild either. So this is another welcome J. Scotty to the collection. So thank you again. Thundercat 0. And then he also sent me Black Adam, Justice Society of America 23. This is the Alex Ross cover. And I do actually have a cover of this. But my copy has a couple spine ticks on it, and this is actually a really nice, clean copy. So this is actually another upgrade to the copy that I have. So thank you once again. Like I said, if you aren't subscribed to Quizix, make sure click that link below and go sub him up, because he's super awesome. So thank you once again, my friend, and I will be sending you some books in return, because that shipping from Canada is outrageous. Especially for a small box, there's no reason they charge as much as they do. It's absurd. So next up, I'm going to show you guys the books from Alfred83. So for Alfred83's contest, he allowed me to pick out some books that I wanted. So in addition to the books that I picked out, he sent me, he threw this in, which was cool. Nice little Deadpool poster. So, thought that was kind of cool. And then he also threw in the Dark Avengers #1, which I think this is Norman Osborn's first appearance as Iron Patriot. I think that's correct from when I looked that up. So, #1, second print variant of #2. Yeah. And then Dark Avengers 3. So, nice little run of that. So, that was a cool add-in. And then he threw in this X-Men 17. So this was kind of wild and unexpected. It's got a little chip up there, but I don't recall asking for this book, so I don't know if he meant to throw this in or what the deal was, but this was definitely cool. I don't really know if this, I didn't look this up, I don't know if this really features anyone or is the first appearance of anything, or if there's any significance to it, but I love the all red and black cover, and it's pretty cool looking. So, I don't have very many 12 centers, so anyone that's always welcome to the collection. So then he also sent me this Wolverine Origins #10, which I believe is the first appearance of Wolverine's son. He sent me Submariner 27. This is a cool older book. Really like the cover. There is really no significance to it other than I just really like the colors on it, and I don't have any Submariner, so I figured if they ever decide to do anything with him, which I'm sure they will at some point in the MCU, they'll, you know, those books might start making some noise. And then he sent me this Werewolf by Night 27. Again, there's really no significance other than I just really like the cover on this. I thought it was kind of cool, and I don't have any Werewolf by Night. Obviously, the one everyone wants to get is the one with, was that Moon Knight's first appearance, but yeah, I thought this was just kind of a wild, crazy looking monster, and I really like the colors on it, and just a really cool looking book. He also sent me Amazing Spider-Man 198. Just a really cool Mysterio cover. Really like this one. Always liked Mysterio. Stuntman. And then he sent me this Detective Comics 434. And again, I just picked this one up because I thought it was kind of a cool cover. I was trying to go with, since he was offering some older books, I wanted to get my hands on some older books. That's one thing that my collection is kind of lacking. I've kind of focused on moderns and variants and whatnot. So I thought if I had the opportunity to diversify, is a good time to do it. So we got this Amazing Spider-Man 362. Obviously early Carnage. So scoop that up from him. Uncanny X-Men 282. Bishop, first appearance. So that was cool. Uncanny X-Men 244, first appearance of Jubilee. So second copy of this. Hoping they'll bring her and get her involved in a role coming up. And then I also picked out the Avengers 70. Again, I don't really have any particular reason why I picked this out other than it's just an older book. I really like the cover on it. And the colors really popped on it. And again, I just want to kind of diversify what I have in the collection. So this was a cool pickup. And he sent a bunch of these in Mylars too, so that's always awesome. Always loving the Mylars. And then Harley Quinn #2. Working on my Harley Volume 1 run. So this is a nice added. I did not have Volume 2, so when I saw him offering this up, I was like, yeah, I'll snag that up. Can't go wrong with Harley Quinn #2. And then he sent me this new X-Men 128, first appearance of Phantomax. So I didn't have that. This is one of the books I've been kind of looking for and hunting for in the wild, hoping to snag on the cheap. I didn't want to have to resort to going to eBay on it. So what's better than that? You get it for free in Alfred 83's contest. So thank you, man. Really appreciate that. And then last but not least, I picked out Punisher War Journal #1. I do have the trade paperback, but this was one of my favorite books or that's the trade paperback's one of my favorite trade paperbacks to read. I just actually got done reading that whole book last summer, maybe. So I did not have the actual #1, so I was really happy to scoop this up. So very awesome, Alfred83. Again, if you're not subbed up to him, I don't know how you managed to get subbed to me, but not Alfred83. So again, click the link below, go sub him up. Super awesome. So thank you for the contest, and thank you for these awesome books that you sent me. Really appreciate it. To keep it moving here, we are going to roll into the books that I got from the LCS and Midtown. So all my LCSs locally, I'm kind of over them, and they're all kind of washed up. So last couple weeks, I've been kind of venturing outside of my comfort zone, you know, traveling 45 minutes to an hour to hit some other LCSs I typically wouldn't go to. I have not had really good luck. This last weekend, I went down to Beloit, and I stopped at one comic book store and walked out without anything. It's not that he didn't have anything. He had some really good books. I didn't want to pay the prices for the books that I found. I wasn't ready to commit to spending that type of money on those books. For instance, Spider-Man 601, the Mary Jane, J. Scott Campbell cover, and then he had like 607, and he had them priced at market value. I think he had like $30 on the Mary Jane one, and I think like $60 on the Black Cat one, which I think is reasonable and average in comparison to like eBay prices. Obviously, I didn't feel like spending the money on that. He had some decent wall books. I wasn't there to buy wall books at the time. So digging through his boxes were pretty much picked over. Didn't really find anything. So when I left Beloit, it is either going north to Janesville, and the store that's there was more of a, I think it was more of like a Dungeons and Dragons Magic card, and kind of sort of did some comics from what I was gathering. So I really wasn't ready to commit to that. So I went south and went into Rockford, and I stopped at one comic book shop that I was really happy that I did, and that's where these books came from. And then I asked the guy where I could go for another shop that had back issues, and I kind of gave him a clue on what I was looking for, and he told me to check out another store. Google mapped it, drove to it, and it was kind of in a suspect neighborhood. When you start rolling into a neighborhood and all the shops have bars on the windows, and there's shady looking characters standing outside, I had the feeling that my presence wasn't necessarily welcomed, so I just kept it moving. Fair enough. So the first LCS that I stopped at, I was able to get Red Sonja 17, and you guys all know I love some Jenny Frison, and I did not have this for my Red Sonja run, so super happy to find this. Got this for less than cover. And then I picked up the Legion 35. This is actually my second copy, but for $1, I wasn't going to say no. The first copy of this I got from Games, actually, when he sent me an AOK. So shout out to Games for sending me my first copy, and now I got myself a second copy, which I will probably be gifting to someone else in AOK at some point. Then I found this Hero Comics 2011, J. Scott Campbell. I do not have this one. I have the blue one with like the Tooth Fairy looking, or the one with the fairy and it's got like Pinocchio down here. I got that one, and then I got the Adam Hughes one with like the Tomb Raider and the gun. So I have those two. I did not have this one, so I was really happy to find this. And then I picked up another copy of Gen 13, number 12. Picked this up for $1, J. Scott Campbell. This is actually my second copy of this too. My first copy I also got from Games, so 2 shout outs to the homie Games on those 2 books. So cool stuff right there. And those were the books I got from traveling all the way down to Beloit, which, keep in mind, people, is about an hour-long drive from where I live. So those 4 books for well over an hour drive was not really worth it. So from my LCS, I stopped down there, and he had another copy of this in my box. He must think that I really like this title or something, but Moon Girl 28, first appearance at Omni, I can never pronounce this right, Omnipotentis, whatever. Got this for cover price. So again, I don't know why he gave me another copy, but I wasn't going to say no. I picked up this Batman Detective Comics 49. This is the Neal Adams variant, so it's the Neal Adams cover swipe of Neal Adams. So I just saw this cover and I really liked it, so got that for cover. I do not collect Spawn, and I didn't know anything about this book. I just saw it and I instantly grabbed it because I was like, ooh, it's a Virgin, and I was like, oh, it's, you know, some sort of variant, and it's Francisco Mattina. And then I looked on eBay, and these books aren't selling for much. I thought maybe I got lucky, and I mean, it's still a very cool cover, but for not collecting Spawn, I you know, whatever, it's really not that great to me. So I picked it up primarily for the flip, to find out that it's not really much of a flip. So this is Spawn 284. Again, it's a cool Mattina cover. I'll keep it in my collection, and the fact that's a, you know, it's a Virgin, I'll keep it. It's cool. Wonder Woman 43, Jenny Frison. Not my favorite cover of hers, but you know, gotta keep the trend going here. So Deathstroke 30. This is where Deathstroke and Batman start to collide. Got the B cover of this, Francisco Mattina. I get what he's doing, that he's wiping off his sword with Superman's cape, but spoiler alert, Superman's not in this book, and it's Deathstroke versus Batman. So why do we have the Superman cape? Still a cool cover though, so got that for cover. This one I kind of was disappointed in. This is Harley Quinn 41. This is the Frank Cho B cover. The previews I saw of this were black and white. I never saw like the colored version. And the last time Frank did the connecting covers like this was at number 24, number 25, or maybe it's 25 and 26. And I really like when Frank does the black and white style drawings. I like the inked out look of it. I like this style when he does that. So when I saw this, I was a little disappointed that it's colored, but I'm still picking it up because I dig what Frank's done on this series, and I like the fact that it's going to be connecting covers. So this is 41, 42 will be the matching pair. So Harley Quinn. I picked up Amazing Spider-Man 798, like the rest of the world did. First appearance of the Red Goblin. This is the Young Guns variant. So he had a copy of this in my box. Got this for cover. And then I got another copy of this. This came from Midtown. So I got 2 copies of that. So that's kind of cool, I guess. And then I also got this Avengers No Surrender. This is 687. And this is, oh man, who does this? I know this is a cover swipe. I don't remember what issue this was a cover swipe of. I know Eric Larson did the first one because it says after Larson. I don't remember who the cover artist is. But whatever. Doesn't really matter. If you guys really like it, you can look it up and find out who the cover artist is. I like the cover of it. I like that as the cover swipe of the Eric Larson cover. So, yeah, I picked it up. So, I dig it. I like it. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters since I'm the one behind it. So, cool beans to me. Wonder Woman. Now the rest of these books I picked up from Vin Crew. So this stack of books I picked up from Vin Crew, 12,000. He had his YouTube online auction. Now I seen him post one of these before, and I had missed out by the time I watched the videos. There's already a whole bunch of comments. So when I found out he was doing another one, I tried to get on board with it, and I missed episode 1, 2. I caught episode 3 relatively soon after he posted that, but then I was waiting for episode 4. And then when he posted that video, like, I jumped on that right away because there was people claiming a lot of the books that I was interested in, and obviously, you know, it is what it is, first come first serve, and that's super cool. So Vin Crew, super awesome. He shipped these out to me super fast too, and I'll tell you what I paid for these books. So Shipping was, I think, like $6. And all these books are really nice. You know, they're all VFs. You know, one or two of them are, you know, this one's probably a mint. And they're all in great shape, and they ship super fast. So it was super awesome. So big shout out to VinCrew 12,000. Wonder Woman 196. Adam Hughes, gorgeous cover. This is one of the ones I've been looking for. $6 market value. Wonder Woman number 7. First time Jenny Frison does a B cover on the Wonder Woman series, so $6. Dig that. This one I was really excited to get. This made my night. I was ecstatic that he had this, and I paid $6 for it. This is Wolverine 55. This is the EC Comics cover swipe. I know a couple of you guys have posted this in your videos, so when I saw this, I was on it. So $6. Real happy to get this. Ultimate X number 1. This is my second copy of this. I have the other version of it where he's kind of like leaping forward, and I think there's some people behind him. So I didn't have this style, and I know there's different variants of this, and you know there's the metal claws and the bone claws. So this is just the regular bone claw one, but $3. I wasn't going to let that sit there for $3. First appearance of Jimmy Hudson. Right, Jimmy Hudson. Uncanny X-Men, $4.50. And I believe this is the first appearance of X-23 meeting, not the first appearance of X-23, but the first time X-23 meets the X-Men. Does she fight him, or does she join them? I don't know. I haven't opened this up yet. I just rebagged it, and I wanted to do the video before I actually dove into it. So yeah, X-Men $4.50. And then, of course, $4.51. So these are just both classic iconics, and I paid $6. So $6 each, not $6 for both. So $6 each. So very cool. Very excited to add these books to the collection. So thank you again, VinCrew. Super awesome. And now this video is going over 20 minutes, and I don't like to do that. So I have 2 more books. First up, I got this from KRS Comics. And this is limited to 800 copies, I believe. This is G.I. Joe Anniversary Edition. Tyler Kirkham is the cover artist, and this is an awesome rendition of the Baroness with Destro in the back. So I really like this cover, and like I said, it is, from my memory, it is limited to 800 copies. So what this book does is it reprints G.I. Joe number 1, which I also have in my collection. But this is really great. Tyler Kirkham did a great job on this cover. I really dig it. I was kind of regretting it when I first ordered it because I was like, you know, it's not going to do anything. But I'm glad I got it. It's a cool looking book. And the stock that this was printed on, I mean, the cover is like on cardboard. It's really sturdy. So, you know, whatever. It's not like I came out of pocket to buy it. I think it's like $14.99 or something like that. It was like $15, so not that big of a deal. And then next up, I scooped up this Mark Brooks. This is New Mutants Dead Soul number 1. So this is the Mark Brooks exclusive. I've noticed a couple more artists are doing their own exclusives. Mark Brooks did this one. Eddie Granoff did that Daredevil 600. So it seems like a couple of the artists are going to be following suit to what J. Scott Campbell did. I don't know if they'll ever have their own websites, but this one was available from Comic Sketch, and then later it was also available at Unknown Comics, and I'm sure it's probably available at some of the cons that are starting to pop up. You could probably still find these online. So this is cover C. So really happy to pick that up. And that is going to do it. So again, big shout out to Quizzic, Alfred 83, VinCrew, 88 Jester, and your buddy Gio. This is Mr. D wrapping up for the night. Until next time, everyone, take care, and we'll catch you guys later.